Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that's happening. I didn't see any drop rate. We were doing good and just shut it off. As a conspiracy theorist, I think that YouTube was actively trying to, keep me from gaining a following, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, it's probably entirely true, but, whatever. You know what? Screw them. We're going to do it anyways, guys. We're going to get our channel together, we're going to get everything going, and we're going to freaking succeed because they don't want us to. Alright. Drive shaft was completely garbage, so... Of course it was. I found this as showcase in junkyard. It was up on a little pedestal by the door. So yeah, it was probably hot garbage to begin with. Alright. Actually surprised this car at its age has disc brakes in the front. You would have actually seen a lot of these cars that had front rear drum brakes. Ugh, scary thing to drive, let me tell you. Absolutely freaking terrifying. But it did happen. That's the thing. Now it looked to me when we launched YouTube and I reloaded that Cryptic Fox was doing some newer uploads like earlier in the day. I mean, all respect to Fox. I like Fox. Fox is actually one of the reasons why I got into this game, and actually a big reason why I got into this game. But I already moved my stream, so I didn't compete with him in the same time slot by half a day. If I'm still competing with him because he's doing early morning streams, I can't help that. I was trying to be nice, but I used to stream around the same time Fox would, around 6 o'clock Pacific time or 9 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, it was a decent time slot, but I felt that I was stepping on Fox's toes, and I didn't want to do that with this game coming out. And with all respect to him and the fact that I actually do appreciate the fact he got me kind of into this game, that I moved my stream over to a definitely earlier time slot. I mean, we started anywhere between, 10 a.m. and noon usually, and go for about 3 to 4 hours. So, I mean, these streams get broken up because YouTube is dumb and kicks you offline, but whatever. I actually contacted my OBS the other day, and I'm like, monitor my stream, and they're like, no, it's not anything on our end. It's definitely a YouTube issue. They're actively, maybe not directly actively, but just, you know, for whatever reason, their algorithm's shutting your stream down. So, I don't know. But, what I do know is I can only be as nice as I can be, and if you start stepping on my toes, then don't blame me for not being polite. So, anyways, I actually got that, that's actually kind of a terminology that's used in a book that I read, called The Charismatic Charlie Wade. Great book. The downside is the gentleman that's writing it is basically writing it over the course of, you know, a ridiculous amount of time. So I think at this point right now, there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,400 pages, but it's not done. So it's definitely like a magnum opus type novel where it's huge. But anyways, I enjoy it. And it's one of those, it's kind of hard to read because, you know, it's translated from a different language, but, you know, it's still one of those that I actually enjoy. So, usually I catch a couple pages after they get uploaded at night and, you know, wait for the next couple pages. But if you're looking for something interesting to read, it's not bad. It's also called, like, The Amazing Son-in-Law and stuff. It's, like I said, it's an interesting book. It deals with a lot of different stuff. But definitely not one for the younger readers. There's a few parts where it's a little violent, a little descriptive, you know. There's a lot of political stuff in there, but I honestly like the book. So, yeah, that's where I kind of got that phrase. Don't blame me for not being polite, you know? But make sure to take all these off the freaking, you know, lathe this time. So leave them on. I do believe I'm out of drinks. I'm going to have to go to the other room and get another couple of sodas and stuff. Maybe a Monster. Man, it'd be nice if somebody like Monster Energy sponsored my videos. Save a fortune. Oh, I have no body repair parts. I need to go to this table. Looks like I can repair the supercharger, which is one of the more expensive parts. We'll repair these carbs, even though we're probably going to put performance ones on it anyways, but these manifolds and stuff are definitely going to be, you know, beneficial to us. Bend that clip B back. I don't know how we're fixing the plastic ignition distributor cap, but we are. Probably just put new points in it or something. I mean, it is possible to fix those to a point. As long as the actual body of them's fine, then, you know, the rest of it's kind of irrelevant. You can change out the insides, all little metal clips and stuff, so that makes sense. Ooh, that's a close one. There we go. Now I feel a little safer about it. Looks like they turned down the instant repair fix they did. Kind of rebalanced it quietly behind the scenes when the next update. Because it was getting ridiculous there. It was pretty much instant repair every part. Which I was fine with. I mean, we're playing on normal mode. I didn't expect it to be too much of a challenge, but you know, when you get to a certain point, it's like, oh, when did I switch my difficulty? That one's important. Oh, cross members. Sketchy. I know there's a lot of broke parts in here we're going to have to fix on the suspension system. I did see a bunch of them. So, I actually think we had a complete leaf spring side that was just dead. Which, a leaf spring rear end in a drag car, yeah, it's a thing, but it is a hard, hard life for that suspension. Thank God for, you know, coilovers and custom suspensions like they have now. Especially these cars getting to the point where your, you know, Saturday night tuner is turning around and dropping a car that does 6-second quarters. Oh, I was gonna... deal with the engine. Crankshaft is dead. No. That's tragedy. Not really. Not that pricey. We can afford it. Camshaft for overhead valve V8. I don't think we have a tune-up part. No, we don't. Okay. Let's grab our clutch plate, pressure plate, and stuff while we're here. Our 4-barrel carburetors. Looks like these are standard, so I don't see an A. Grab our heads. Exhaust manifolds. Now, logically, those would be right and left, but for sake of the game, they're not. Distributor, rotor, cap, yada yada yada. V8 wires. Pistons with connecting rod. Eight spark plugs. Yeah, they still haven't added in the supercharger air filters, which, you know, teach their own, but it is kind of unnerving. Ah, no rings. Alright. Forgot the rings. Would actually be nice to get into these V8Cs and stuff. Because we haven't really gotten into those. Alright, 8 rod caps, 3 crankback caps. Wow, those take a little longer. So I noticed that too. The when we did the i6 turbo on that last car, the rod caps definitely screwed in a lot faster than what the ones on the V8 do. Might be the rod bearings. I would assume it's the rod bearings. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of crankshaft work. Unless you're doing a complete, you know, crankshaft and everything else where you can get the printout that says what bearings it needs and it's all balanced, I'm not a huge fan. Done a couple of crankshaft jobs in my time, and yeah, they're just not fun. Should grab the drive shaft while I was there, but whatever. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got quiet. I was just trying to deal with that. Actually surprised I don't have an ignition coil. Kind of freaking surprising to me. Rotor. Capillator. Cam gear, timing chain. Come on. All parts we actually just need to get done, so. Should already have the the cover. Now, I would, if I was going to do this car, properly, I would probably paint this engine probably like Ford Racing Blue or something. I don't know. I'd do something, some kind of like paint job on the engine block, but I don't see a reason to. I mean, it's going to be exposed, so that's a good reason, but still, I don't see a glaring reason to worry about running everything over to the paint shop, especially when we're piecemealing the engine back together. Serpentine belt B. Yeah, push rod engine. I know I gotta deal with the rod caps and all the rockers and everything. It's not gonna be fun. Alright. But a lot of this other stuff we can just throw on here. I do want to get that annoying clip in there before the supercharger's on. Need no stinking air filters. I need air filters. That just seems silly. Alright. Serpentine A for an overhead valve V8. These. I want to get these builds done. Alright. Now, this time I'll actually probably turn the engine straight up and down because there's just so much going on up here. Alright, so we need 16. Push rods, 16 rocker arms. You guys know the drill. I know it sucks, but has to be done. Honestly, I'd rather have a push rod engine than a lot of the other ones. At least if you blow a rod, you know what you're dealing with. Yeah, I can shoot through the block, but whatever. Head covers. I always have trouble with the overhead valve V8 head covers because they're so generic. See, I can find B's, you know. I guess A is right there. Oh boy, yay! Other side. Dust manifold first. It's kind of funny, we gotta do like 2 restorations to get a level now. Or more. I mean, I like the scaling experience thing, because it makes it a little more difficult to get to the next level, but I don't know. There is a point where in video games where you're looking for that God complex. That's a lot of games don't understand that. Destiny especially doesn't understand that. I don't know how Bungie decided somehow that, you know, you go from being basically an overpowered killing machine in a game like Halo, where you really can't die for the most point, to Destiny, which was basically created at the same time, and I think it came out right around the same time as what, Halo 4? And you go and you have now Destiny, which is not a God complex game. Matter of fact, they actively do everything they can to freaking make sure that doesn't happen. So, I play Destiny a lot. Probably more than I should. But one of the things that really just irks me about it, beyond all reason, is going back into an area that was in the original release. Like, I play Destiny 2 now, so in the original release Destiny 2, you know, the levels for certain areas of the game were, you know, a level 1 could go there and pretty much farm levels. It wasn't terribly difficult to do. Now, because they've changed what level 1 actually entails and how much power and stuff you have, even a max level character goes back into those base areas and he's getting his head stomped in. Should not be happening. But, whatever. Ooh, we got a reservoir in here. Interesting. Good choice. Alright. What kind of parts do we need in here? Reservoir D. Okay. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it that bothers me. That, you know, you get a certain level of where you should have a god complex in the game because you are so overpowered, and then they just kind of slap you in the face. So, like I said, I don't mind experience levels going up and stuff to be harder, but in certain games, it's just like, you guys kind of missed the bit. You guys kind of missed the point of what we were going for here. Okay, radiator A. It's got a coolant reservoir. It has to be an A. I don't know why I would have a windshield washer fluid pump in it, but who knows what assets they actually put into the game. So you do these builds, I think you can omit certain parts. I mean, obviously this thing has power. Yeah, no, it has a windshield washer reservoir for some reason. I'm gonna, you know, have to wash my windshield when I'm dealing with this nonsense. I do not see power brakes, though. Thank God for that. Alright. There's the fuse box. We didn't even get to this. Is it repairable? Yes. Do I care? No. Is this a frivolous freaking purchase? Absolutely. 2, 3, 1. Okay. Did I probably have a C? Yes. Now, fuses like this, yes, they're expensive, and you can't really buy them in a kit. But, like, the tiny fuses, I mean, I actually kind of appreciate the fact you don't have to mess with them. Because you would have a fuse kit that would have several hundred fuses in it, probably. So, all these tiny ones, you probably have accounted for. Alright, I think engine-wise, well, at least top end, there it is. Ooh, fancy. Now I gotta put all the fluids in that stuff, but at least for there. I like the old style little, you know, crooked gear shifter in there. Don't see those too often anymore. It's a lost art form to have them bent like that little, what is that, swoosh or whatever. They look so much better when they were like that. Alright, now we're getting into dumb stuff. Alright, suspension. Cross member D. Oh, not cross member D. Steering knuckle. Oh no. Alright, where are you? Sorry, little eye cancer. Gotta get rid of sparks. Need to know what I'm working with. Knuckle C. One of the covers. Wheel hubs, actually, we did pretty good on. We'll leave bearings for those, but standard things, brake pads, yada yada. Bolt load of rubber bushings again. Still didn't grab the brake pads. I think I'm smart. Wow. Grab the brake pads while we're here. I know we fixed a couple of the calipers. Okay, front sway bar B, never repairs. We need to set up a set of double wishbones as well, but not really worried about that right at the moment. Now I'm wondering, do we splurge on a custom gearbox on this one? I mean, technically it's a drag car. We could. It is actually a mod, so it wouldn't be that far-fetched to splurge, but not sure. We'll see what the dyno jet says. Alright. Figured it was nay. So I'm thinking the reason why I haven't seen a lot of like the B and C parts is because of the fact I haven't seen a lot of the trucks. At least I'm hoping that's the case. But I could be wrong. I had to buy a gearbox anyways. Let's just do this. The cost difference isn't that much to just be done with it and have the performance gearbox. There we go. Look, we added another performance part. We need a starter. No performance starter. I think you'd have a higher cranking amp starter. Thought I grabbed the V8 one. Okay, I had a spare. I don't mind. I know we don't have a drive shaft. I know I need double wishbones up front. Let's see what the leaf spring axle is shot to. So. Leaf spring rear drive axle. Nice. Drive shaft in. Now you can dyno jet the non-existent freaking drive axles. Alright. Anyway. Fuel tank didn't repair. Big deal. Kind of figured. Leaf springs thrown in here. I don't know if we're going to need only 4 or if we're going to need a couple more, but I figure 10's a fair, you know, number. Rear axle housings and knuckle and axle covers or wheel hub seats. Bane of my existence, I swear. We're going to be short 1 caliper piston, it looks like. I think. I can't be sure, but I think. Yep, we did. I mean, this rear suspension is stupid simple. Don't have to deal with any springs, any replacement parts, just a good old-fashioned shop. I love how I can grab just the bolt and the hitbox will kick. A lot of other stuff you can't do that with in this game. Some of the exhaust and stuff is just horrible for that. Now, I don't see... Do you guys see it? Or did you notice it? There's no exhaust. They got rid of the exhaust pipes. I mean, kudos, I guess. It makes sense. Drag car probably wouldn't have a massive restrictive exhaust system, but you know, I kind of appreciate something like that because that's a forward-thinking thing. All right, not tablet, inventory, sell. I want to sell you. Separate these out, figure out the tire sizes so you can buy new tires. I think they're gonna repair the rims. And I'm fine with the rims. Nope, don't hear anything from the peanut gallery complaining about the rims, so we're gonna go with the fact that's fine. God, the front tire is tiny. Okay, now I can do wheels. All right. before we get into the point where we end up selling something we don't need to sell, is a vintage race tire B, the front. So, what were we at? 155, 80, 15. Okay, and 255, 65 slicks. Those wheels are $3,700. I mean, yeah, they're slicks. Duh. Alright. Let's run over to the repair bench real quick, see if we can't get those rims fixed up. Looks like all four, as long as I don't kerfuffle them. Oh, not when I have to figure out the, tire size ET on those. Sorry guys, need to stretch out my knee. Okay, now I think I can sell everything in the inventory under 100%, because we need to get rid of some of this stuff. Alright, let's balance our tires. Oh boy. Alright. Now, these are the big ones. Hey, put the slicks on the front and the pizza cutters on the rear. That'd be hilarious. Sure, the car would have all kinds of handling there. I mean, it's a straight line car, but you get my point. Yeah, this game is just amazing. I love this game. How's the playability on the PS5? I know the PS4 with 2018 was kind of wishy-washy. Okay, Flamo parts. Flamo. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those games that I actually did splurge on the PC version just because reasons. You get so much more out of the PC version, but I hope the PS5 version actually does get a good amount of love this time. It really does deserve it. I mean, there's a lot of players on that platform, and I know porting over a lot of stuff is hard, but PS5's capabilities are more than sufficient to deal with a lot of what Car Mechanic Simulator has to offer. So I hope they do bring some kind of, you know, featured mod shop or something. I wouldn't hold my breath, but it could happen. Yeah, I know 2018 had an entire Dodge Ram and a Jeep DLC. I have looked through the game files for the PC version, and I am seeing a lot of the Chrysler and Jeep and Dodge like gauge clusters and stuff that are popping up in the dials section, so they might do some more stuff. I would like to see some more classic trucks. Yeah. There's not a lot of like an old Ram Power Wagon, like a 73 Power Wagon or something. I think that would be really awesome to, you know, put back together. They're horribly simple to put back together, but I think it'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, they've got, what, one classic truck in a game right now, and it's that old Ford? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an old Ford. But, anyways, how are you liking the rest of the playability on the PS5? I mean, I love mine, but I don't think I've actually turned it on in a couple weeks. Power steering launcher. We're good to go to the dial. Yeah, you got the good experience. Like I said, 2018 for console was... I bought it on PC and actually gave my copy away, so that was about how much I enjoyed, you know, 2018 on console, but that was kind of personal preference. The controlling on 2018 was just sloppy. But at least with PS5, you have a lot more versatility. You actually could do mouse and keyboard if you wanted to. I'm gonna go with this bright, ridiculous yellow, because why not? Ooh. Actually like 3. Especially with that yellow. That's good livery. That was nice. It's actually like a digital lay-in. Alright. Let's go to the dyno, and we'll see what the custom transmission can do. Ah, bollocks. The fastest way that I found to make money is to, once you get the car wash done, and you get the car wash bought, run over there with a bunch of money. Yeah, I do like that. Go over with, and pick up the, $5,000 or $6,000 cars, take them back and run a car wash, a detail on them, and if you have the welder unlocked already, go ahead and throw a weld on them. You'll spend about $500, but you can actually make $3,000 or $4,000 profit on each car. You can build your money up that way. I mean, I've got $250,000 or a little over $500,000 at level 27, and I'm not hurting for money. I mean, I'm building pretty much performance cars. Most of these are full restorations from the junkyard. Yeah, that junkyard trick works really well for just cleaning it. Just clean them up and turn them around, ship them out. I wouldn't even bother with the auctions because you can get into a lot of trouble with the auctions. Yeah, actually, if you check out, I don't remember what video it is now, but I have a couple of videos where I kind of go junkyard scamming and do that. Some of my first videos I did that. But, yeah, it's actually the preferred way to make money in the early game. Oh, yeah, I moved the background. I was using it because my OBS was being a little buggy, and I was using it for chat, because my OBS doesn't usually display my chat, and it's actually kind of hard to read no matter what color I make it, so when it pops up on my screen, I just basically am like, I'll just use the phone. So, well, thank you. I appreciate it. But, we need to do, not assemble mode, suspension mode. Yeah. One of the products of not having multiple monitors and playing on, you know, a 55-inch display is you gotta kind of use your phone sometimes to do stuff. Thank you very much, Smiley. Well, we're going to drive this, so what's the prediction on top speed? Oh, Smiley, when you're playing, always make sure if you're doing a restoration, drive the car. It gives you about a $5,000 to $10,000 boost in the sale price just because you drove it. So, you know, something to consider there. So once you get into restorations, don't forget to drive it. I don't think we actually even dined with it, because we couldn't. Alright. So she was about 500 horsepower to start. Added every performance part. That's why I like superchargers over blowers. Or over turbos. You can't get that kind of power out of a turbo very easily. It takes a lot of tuning. Don't get me wrong, turbos can get some stupid power, but superchargers is instantaneous. Alright, let's check out the tuning stuff here. It's like top speed, 157 miles an hour. Let's add a gear. And I don't know. 214 seems conservative. I don't know. First is really short. Let's get that snapping a little faster. A 283 gear ratio, because I think that's actually pretty close to drag spec. Always massively click that apply button, because now we don't have a seat. Oh no, I forgot to do the interior. Oh no. Tragedy. Alright. Just assemble it real quick, put it back in. God, I hate that transition. Should be so much smoother. So, the interior mode transfer between is the one that drives me insane. Let's go gray interior. Just because it's the Flamo interior, and I figure it's going to be a little easier to deal with. Yeah, they've added a gear tuning shop in, and since I used to actually work on cars, I have an idea of how the gears should be. Also, just watching NHRA and stuff for years, I kind of picked up on where the gear ratios and stuff were, but yeah, it's a little bit of a science, but it's fun to mess with. I think my top car did 263 miles an hour. I think that's what my current speed track record is. I could be a lot higher than that. I just didn't want to mess with it too much. But yeah, dyno jets and tuning stuff for transmissions is interesting. But it's just something to play with. Like I said, I have kind of an idea what gear ratios certain cars run on the strip. So that's why I was just kind of like, it's pretty close. I do love these seats, though. Where is my steering wheel? Bandit. That'll work. Alright, let's get this interior back in here. I don't even know if I needed the... Yeah, I didn't need it. Alright, last thing. Hey, Smiley, you want a custom plate? Arkansas, huh? Yeah. Where's Arkansas? Arkansas! I think the Texas one... So I was looking at this, because I was actually looking at Texas the other day. I love the Texas plates. And I think, if I'm right, yeah, the Texas one is only the truck plate, which is weird. I have to find a... Hopefully the workshop gets a regular Texas plate, because just the truck plate's kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, I did like it down in Texas. It's just a little too humid for my blood. I think we got just enough. Yeah, let me check how stupid it is outside. Oh, it's only 91 outside. Feels like 95. It's not terrible out. Alright, let's get these plates ordered. It's been oddly cold around here lately. Kind of messing with me going to the pool. Alright. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh. Working old motor pool, huh? Alright. I think it says it'll stop. I don't think it's going to stop. Alright. Get old speed track out here. Got a load speed track. Back up a little bit so we can get a full speed. Yeah, it's kind of how it goes, isn't it? Oh, that looks even better in the sunlight. That is way an awesome livery for that. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy, this thing's a little unstable. Yeah, 225, 226. I think that's where I geared it out to. Yeah, as a diesel mechanic for years, I used to work on all the big front end loaders and stuff. Wow, I kind of phased out the engine block. My 2080's probably having a freaking heyday with that freaking car. Alright. Technically, I think it can be faster. Yeah, I think we can go up 271. I actually want to try it. I just want to see how stupid we can get before we hit the end of the track. Plus, I kind of like to beat that 262 speed track record. Back on the road. Really burning those tires up for the first 3 gears, but oh no. Mistakes were made. Yeah, those Ford diesels are amazing. I don't know. I just wanted to put a small cat engine in a freaking pickup. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but finding a decent sized cat engine with enough horsepower to put it in a pickup truck is kind of taking up the whole pickup truck. Alright. Well, just for shits and giggles, I'm not going to get rid of it. Looks like we'd make about $69,000 on that car. But I think that one has some more potential in it. I just got to play with it. So let's go ahead and take that out to the parking lot. We'll put it out there with the Zalbar 94 car. We still didn't make another level, but whatever. Alright. Now, speaking of Fords, actually I kind of love this car, but whatever. This was story order. I probably should get this done. I do believe, yeah, it's basically just a complete teardown. Okay. So much fun. The body on this car is great looking though. They did a really good job with the model. I don't believe it's a 79. I think it's actually a 77 body, but you know, you're splitting hairs over a couple of years. I actually used to have a 77. I love that car. Yeah. Like I said, it's this stupid story mode car, so I said I was going to go ahead and take care of it at the beginning of the stream. So we'll get it cleaned up and get it out of here. I guess they just had a patch that was supposed to fix like 2 or 3 of the story orders. So they actually launched this with quite a few little bugs. The wishbone. Why can't I take you out? Oh, sway bar end link. Yeah, I took the shock out and forgot to take the end link out. That was awesome. Luckily, with my repair skills so high, it's not terrible to do these. A lot of the stuff's just gotta be replaced. Believe it or not, I don't actually use it that often. I did right when it first came out because I thought it was a novel thing, but I got really used to just memorizing the parts playing 2018 all the time because the notepad didn't actually do what the one in this one does. So I just kind of went back to my old habits. Take over here. There we go. Yeah, 2018's notepad just kind of gave you a list, but you couldn't actually, you know, select each individual part, so there was no real point. And it just teaches you to memorize things. My fuel tank looks a little worse for wear, but fuel pump's probably shot. I see rust under those axles, though. Yeah, those don't look great. There it is. Now I know on like the hard and expert modes on this, you actually have to do it by sight. So even though I have really no intention of running the hard or expert modes anytime soon, the ability to actually see what's going on is, or to actually be able to visually catch the parts is kind of nice. I wish they'd fix the rubber bushings when they're worn out, though. They need a better proc. Because right now I probably have a rubber bushing or two that's bad. And I have no idea where they are. Yeah, I still got almost a page and a half. Parts not discovered, so it's got to be rubber bushing somewhere. Or engine parts. We had to come back up front. Starter out of here. So I'm going to have to pull this engine because it's just easier. Get up on the hoist and tear it down. Okay. Get this engine out of here. Yeah. If you use your examine mode in your scanners on every car, actually even on the junkyard cars, it's a good way to get experience up. I've already done this car. It's just one of those things that it didn't grab everything, and since the car doesn't start, I can't, you know, take it to the test path. Well, if you can get the engine going, you can take it over to test path and find most of them. It's just one of those things. I don't waste my time with it. I'd rather tear an entire suspension down than, you know, re-put an engine in and then go drive it over the test path and then have to bring it back. Alright. Oof. Rusty. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like, do you want to just tear the suspension out and get a bunch of experience, or do you want to take it to the test path? I'll just tear the suspension out. That'll be fine. You actually did one of the first story missions. It was the one for the YouTuber that was doing the car restore. And he's like, get it to 20%. I had to replace like 90% of the parts. And I'm like, well, it's 100% now. I got the car back a few missions later and it was all destroyed again. I'm like, well, that was pointless. A lot of bad rods and stuff in here. I'm hoping some of these undiscovered parts are stupid easy to find, but... and at least repairable. That's the other thing. Once you have max repair skill, the fact there's still so many parts that are unrepairable is almost disturbing. I mean, as bad as those rockers were, yeah, Now, the nice thing about the expansion, and I don't know if you noticed this, but you don't have to go in order. Honestly, I would focus the repair on your experience, and then work your way across. I mean, actually, faster screwing's fine, but use it after you have extra points. As far as this stuff goes, get your testers. They're invaluable. We all know that. I grabbed the welder right away. It's a little pricey, but it's not too bad. The car wash definitely is an early buy. I wouldn't worry about your expansion or your paint bay expansion until you get later on in the game. Depending on how much time you actually have to play with it, even the garage expansion here, this $10,000 one, I didn't buy it until I absolutely had to. Same thing with the dyno. I absolutely had to buy this before when I bought it. It was like back of my mind stuff. The warehouse is honestly kind of worthless unless you are buying a ton of parts, but your inventory is basically infinite, so why do you need a warehouse? I like the test path, but I don't use it that often. Well, those look pretty good. Positive. The repair. That's in your skills, the ones with the tape and the hammer and stuff. And then as far as the body repair, that's the welder. That's this one here. So, cost you $5,000 to buy it and $500 to use it, but it adds, it can add up to $1,000 onto a junk car that you can just turn around and sell out the door without doing any more work to giving it a wash and a detail and, straightening out the body. So, that's the one I would pick, but, yeah. I'm getting there. I should have it maxed out soon enough. This side port. Yeah, you can't even do, like, most of the body work and stuff on the cars you can't even do until you have max repair anyways. So, that's the other side of that coin. And once you get max repair, I mean, you do pretty well instant repairs most of the time. But not every time. I still have a lot of parts I have to repair over steps. And I still botch them. Yeah, the higher if you go repair skill primary first as your experience points go up and your levels, you're going to find that you're going to be able to fix a lot of the story cars a lot faster and cheaper. The other way to save money is to repair as much as you can. And pistons look good on this side. So if there's anything left in this engine, it's got to be in the oil fan or the clutch. Doesn't look like it's in the clutch. Crankshaft is dead, though. I knew that. Oh. Almost the point where we can start doing repairs and check the car status again. So, weird thing about the car status I've noticed is, with the engine out of the car like this, it doesn't give you a lot of updates, so that's kind of an issue. Alright, just tear this whole thing down. Done. Yeah, do I need to fix the whole engine? Absolutely not. Am I going to? Yes. Now we get to play the ding parts are done game. My old lady thinks it's a Christmas song. She just starts singing ding parts are done, ding parts are done. The old needle nose pliers out and straighten out these clips. Oof. Okay, that one was a little close. I almost botched that. I blinked right about the time I was supposed to hit the button. Just to bang the dents out of this thing. Whoa! I might go up here. I might buy a part back there. I'm not gonna be throwing no performance flywheel on this. That'd be insane. Oh boy. I need to check the story order. I forgot what the minimum was. $72. I don't think we found everything yet either. Oh, we got most of it. Okay, the cam gear's good. So it's timing chain. So, if you take the part out and it doesn't meet the threshold, but it's not on that list, then you can kind of get away with, you know, not doing it. Kind of nice. So, we're good here. Timing chain, on the other hand, is shot. Yep, before I get too far. I know I need belts too, but... Should be fine. Water pump is not. Regardless if it was fine or not, we got a fresh piece because we had repaired one from before. So. You're fine, dude. You're fine. Just over here dealing with putting this back together, so no worries. I mean, you gotta be doing pretty good if your internet at work is letting you watch YouTube. Well, my job's letting me get away with that. Kind of wishy-washy on that distributor. I know I didn't get any spark plug. Well, that's interesting. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I worked a couple of audio-video companies that would automatically, the boss would even tell you to go to YouTube to look something up. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, Twitch, yeah, I could see that Twitch wouldn't be an issue. Can't really get a lot of how-to videos on Twitch. I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but nice makes you think. Oh, we need a starter for that. Oh, interesting. You can't say that they're in the wrong spot if you have all of them, right? Push that limit. I think we're okay, though. Completely inaccurate way of doing these, but whatever. screw it. Not gonna fuss over it. It's fine. Just get it in. Ah, good old-fashioned carbureted 4-barrel. Oh, I miss those. Air filter for a round single carb. That is. I would have just taken those and put them in their own tab. All air filters. So much easier. And distributor's technically dead, so. Okay. I think I fixed the rotor. I did. Okay. I probably fixed the cap. I only fixed those. The wires. Oh, yeah. Actually, my personal favorite for cleaning out an engine is when you change the oil before you pull the old oil filter off, you throw the you get rid of the original oil and throw like 5 quarts of diesel fuel in the engine and then bump the engine over. You don't actually let it run for very long, but you do let it run for a little bit, and yeah, it will be a horrible, horrible freaking thing. But when you freaking clean it out after it's settled, there's so much cleaner engine underneath. Used to do that when I yeah, I used to do that right before I tear an engine down. I'd do that. Just because that way I didn't have to worry about all that carbon crap underneath it. Get in there and there wasn't any carbon on the cylinders. Alright, now you gotta start putting this stuff back together. Oh, I had some bad brakes, maybe. Yeah, bad pads. Still not looking forward to that freaking job I have to do this weekend. Ugh. Finishing up that's gonna suck. Oops. Ease. I'm pretty sure if step one of doing a spark plug job is disassemble engine, that probably shouldn't be doing that. But, oh well, I gotta do coils and plugs in a freaking truck, so guess I gotta do step one. Alright. Think. Another one. Okay. I can put the shocks back on afterwards. It's fine. Speaking of, probably should do that. They're all double wishbones. Can't really repair any of this stuff, which I wouldn't expect that you would. These are replacement parts, but... the handy tool, I just wish it wasn't sitting in this corner. Should be over there somewhere. In between the two bays or something. Alright, car status-wise, where are we at? Did we find everything? No, still two. Part not discovered. Starter, fine. Solid rear drive axles, fine. Brake shoes. Drum cylinders. See what we can put back together. And go from there. Now, it says I can redo brake shoes, but yeah, no. We're not doing that. I don't believe you're re-gluing the asbestos back on the brake shoes. Probably not happening. I don't know about these shocks. I mean, 66, I guess. Take them out. 74, that one's actually okay. That exhaust pipe, maybe? Yeah, I think one. Whatever. 74 can go back in. Brake drive axle, rear. Maybe this tire. I have no idea. Gotta be a bushing. Or something dumb. Not this. It's 100%. Ah. Okay, starter V8. 100%. Fix that. 90%. Drive shaft. Good. Huh. Great. Now we're gonna have to go through and do all the fun stuff, like hunting for God knows what is wrong. That bushing. Front upper suspension arm. Probably both go on that one. I think I found it. However. One of the lower bushings. Yeah, I'll be here. But you have a good day, and hopefully it's, you know, a good evening as well. Yeah, no problem, man. I'll look forward to seeing you. Should be good for the rest of the week. I got a trip going over Labor Day, so I think I got like 5 days I'm taking off, so won't be a few streams, but look forward to seeing you back. I buggered that tire. Whatever. Good boy. Alright. Status. Good. Oil. Change fluids. Probably do an alignment. I don't think I have to, but I'll do it anyway. Does that mean I'm going to be able to see this one? No way. Not going to be able to see this one when I fill it? That's insane. Windshield washer reservoir. I had the whole engine out of the car. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wow. Yeah, that happened. Nope, not gonna say a word. Not gonna mention how all the coolant should have been on the ground when I pulled the engine out. Ooh, we made level 28. Nice. Didn't even notice. Alright. Other tasks. Wow, I can get rid of this one. Nice. And I got a case. Woohoo. Alright. Hello. Welcome. Open. Yeah, I can actually use that stuff. That's actually pretty beneficial. Alright. Wow, and an extra engine head. And an extra camshaft. Weird. Whatever. What to do now? Well, it's 2:43. I wonder how long our stream's been going. I have no idea. I don't have the actual clock. Weird. But we can take a look. Oh, a Camaro. Yeah, we'll take it. There we're. It's I distinctly caught a point in there where this guy said this car was his princess. Your princess needs a bath. Not call your car a princess and then treat it like that. I mean, seriously. Whoa. Apparently, I might have to weld on the frame of this car. This thing is busted. That's like a full restore. I mean, realistically, pretty close. Do I really need to do the diagnostics? Scam some experience real quick, though. Wow. That's actually the first time I've had to change those on purpose. Good thing I looked, because I probably wouldn't have. Yeah, I figured that. Should be surprised if anything in here was not broke. Oh well. It's a free one experience for every time we touch something, so. Story order, please. What's the story? Ah. Ha! Without any surprises. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and we're gonna put plates on this car, by the way. Yeah. Again, with the illegal DMV. Yeah, I figured that was the thing. Probably check the fuses, though. Alright guys, but this is running. I'm gonna go get a drink because I can hear my old lady screaming at me already about not drinking anything all day. Alright, we got some drinks now. So we found out it was pretty much garbage. 1950 to level 29. We're already 750 in. Now, we could spend the money and go to the barns and scam a few cases to kind of boost that, but I don't know. We'll see how we do after this story car. Really nothing else we can do except for this. Just, you know, do a tire test real quick. Yeah. Guy has no idea what he just freaking sent me. But lifter B, because story mode, and where those cars go. I'm going to weld it, even though I probably don't need to, because I don't trust it. These body panels off here are very obviously broken. Yeah, radiator's shot. Get those out of here. Looks like he's got a brand new belt on a shot engine. And if you visually seen this kind of damage on an engine, you probably wouldn't drive this car. Just saying. You know, all these parts are not even repairable. It's basically a full engine rebuild. Like the front sway bar's toast, steering rack's toast. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we got to deal with here. Oh, why this guy thought this was a good idea? I guess. I was waiting for that one. That's like the one chemical I haven't spilled, to be honest. Alright, we're pulling the battery out just because I might as well charge it. That, I think the brake fluid, or the power steering fluid, the other one I haven't spilled yet. That's some nice oil in it, but it's a shame the engine's just hot garbage. Alright. pretty sure that 68 is all tire, too. Take all this apart while we're here. A new sway bar end length on a shot shock. Okay. Yeah, it's dead. Stop it, it's already dead. Oh, wow. This thing's just, wow. I mean, the front and rear suspension's basically got to be taken out of this car, so. This whole side's dead. Fuel pump's dead. The tank's dead. Hey, I get the dream car thing, man. I get it better than anybody. But there is a point when it's too cheap. Now it seems kind of weird to a lot of people, but there is a very distinct point when the cost of the vehicle is entirely too cheap, and you should be very suspicious. This would be one of those scenarios. This old boy that friggin' sold this thing probably saw that guy coming a mile away. Went, oh yeah, I can unload this wreck. He ain't gonna know the difference. I'm pretty sure at this much damage, you'd probably be in the totaled range for this specific car. You gotta basically replace the entire right side of the car, plus all the body's damaged. Oh no, that's awesome. My tinnitus just kicked in. Ah. I got that fun staticky sound in my ears. Awesome. I think I can get away with leaving this basically assembled. Ah, bollocks. I'm gonna have to walk away for just a second, guys. My puppy wants to go out. And if he wants to go out and he doesn't like being outside in the heat, that means he's really got to go to the bathroom. So, give me a minute. Gotta go take care of the dog. Alright. Well, that's done. Okay, where were we? Alright. I think that we are at that point of taking the engine out. Oh, hi, kitty. Yeah. I had a bloodhound and a freaking cat. Thank God the bloodhound's kennel trained, so makes life a lot easier for me. But it seems the cat was under the bed and I woke her up. And I let the dog out. Repair what we can. I have a feeling we're going to basically be doing an entire engine rebuild because I don't see anything on here that's salvageable. Oh, we get to use those other rocker arms though. Look at that. This is a V8 type CGM. Nice. So I am always on the outlook for new mods. I will showcase them when they come up. Mod developers, if you're out there paying attention, you know, as fast as I can get them from you, I will get them up on stream. But yeah, some of the generic stuff I've kind of avoided. But any new or, you know, I guess, quote-unquote, licensed car mod builds are going to take priority over, you know, rebuilding the same Volvo with 3 different variations. And it's the knockoff Volvo. Now, the 240 I did the other day, that was actually a pretty fun car, and I actually liked the surfboard, or the snowboard idea. That was actually genius to create that kind of object for it. But, yeah. The, like, generic, already in the game type cars with slightly changed things. I think the Flamo drag was probably the only one that really got my attention. Not to say the other ones aren't good. No, I mean, far from it. I'm not saying that at all. But they're all really cool. My thing is, I just want to be able to do, you know, the super creative ones first. And I know they take some time. I looked at the car editor the other day. I was going to try and do a modification to the file for the Bolt Reptilia. Or not the Reptilia, the Roulette. And actually have it so it had the V12 option in it. And I was in the car editor on Car Mechanic Simulator going through their own operating system. And just navigating around in there was actually kind of a pain. So I understand it's a challenge. I'm not pushing you guys to get them done. But, and it goes to my viewers too. If you've seen somebody do a car mod or something and I can't find it on a workshop, then it's probably a custom creation that they did in Car Editor. And I'm not going to be able to duplicate it right away. But I will showcase stuff as it comes up on the workshop. And go from there. But as for now, we're going to be doing a couple of story cars till I see some more workshop content drop. Not really too big into the livery creation. I do understand how difficult it is. I mean, I watched Cryptic Fox do that Mystery Machine one, and then I think less than 12 hours later, somebody decided to one-up him and do the one that's currently on the workshop. And, you know, all more power to them. They took a lot of time with it. It's actually a cool livery, but, you know, the day after Fox gets done making his own, somebody shows up with a better one. It would seem kind of, I don't know, underhanded, I guess, would be the way I think about it. Not the guy did anything wrong. He's probably working on livery for weeks, but you know, it was the timing. It was poor timing. There we go. That's the best thing to say. It was poor timing. But anyways, I digress. We're gonna keep working on story cars. I have no idea what mission number we're even on to know if we've done the one that's bugged or haven't done it yet, that they just fixed in the patch, so I haven't been keeping count. Yeah, we probably don't need to take this all the way down and take it apart, but I would rather repair a few things and make sure that everything's good than, you know, run into an issue where there's a bad thing in the middle that, you know, bad rod cap or something I didn't check because everything looked good. So now the minigame. Yay, minigame. Hopefully we can repair something. We're going to buy a lot of parts for this car. So anything that we can repair is going to be super beneficial to us. Even if it is unnecessary. Like I've said 1,000 times, you can't tell me it's not been placed, the new part's not been placed in the right spot if they're all 100%. And it's not like we're, you know, mechanic shop poor that we can't afford it. We've got a bunch of extra parts. So we can squeeze a few things in. Solves a lot of headaches. Now we'll get it back, and the guy will be like, "Oh, can you do something with the engine or something?" Or it'll be like, "Oh, well, this is broke now," and it's gonna be like, "Okay, I don't buy it, but okay." All right, let's put this back together best we can. It was 71. We actually didn't get to repair that. Wow, it's an unrepairable camshaft. Weird. We can repair the regular ones. I got a bunch of repaired ones in my inventory. Yeah, to be accurate, you would do the pistons one side at a time, but I just been kind of putting them in pairs. You wouldn't do that. You would actually slot them in and compress the rings, and then if you had to, rotate it over to get the next one in. And you would do like one side, and then you would do the other. Of course, you always have the crank bearings in first, but these are definitely shorter screws too. They're a lot faster. So the regular overhead valve V8's got those uber long screws on it. They're actually kind of annoying, but this one, not so much. So I kind of prefer working on this engine. Power steering pump is gone. I4 power steering pump. Which is kind of weird when you think about it. It determines that an I4 pump goes on here. I mean, I guess. Makes sense, but I think I only need one. seen that outer tie rod bearing, and I was like, yeah, that's the thing. Ow. Heads are shot. Oh, of course, this is going to be one of those, isn't it? Yeah. So I think it's a CGM. Head. Yeah, it is. Come on, scroll. Running out of freaking trackpad, I guess. Sparkulators are all within reason, I guess. I think the overall repair status on this is actually pretty high, too, so I should probably check it. Before I get too close. 71%, so... Yeah, see, it's not even registering the engine as an issue because the engine's not in the car. See, that's the thing, is you can't... I mean, technically I can put the engine in the car right now. Probably should. Save me walking back and forth. Let's just do that. We'll take the engine, we'll put it back in the car, then we'll deal with it in the car. So now we should start seeing some green lights. Yeah. Okay. A CGM? Question mark? Don't believe there was any rockers on there or anything like that. It was all pretty much like exhaust manifolds and engine heads, I guess. Block. Water pump, front end stuff. That was really what was bad, so. We'll reassemble inside the bay. You know, I kind of like being able to work around a whole engine, but you can do it from here. Fine. Put the parts in, even at 73%, they look a lot cleaner than when we took them out, so. That's a good thing. Regulators. Now I can keep checking the car status to make sure it didn't mess up. And nope, looks good. Alright. Manifold A. Okay. The other side's already on, so this was the broke one. Power. I don't remember which one of these ignition coils was bad. Oh no. Tragedy. Fuel rails are fine, thank God. Alright, let's do the rods on this side, get this head back on. Down real close, eyeball level. I do kind of like the fact that we assess, you know, repair condition over they call it. We assess the repair condition, and then we look at the list and what the customer's asking for to a point, and we say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, I think it was the front one on this side that needed to be replaced. So, it was the most beat up looking out of the bunch. Oils. Close. Alright, so that side's done. Let's do this side real quick. Yeah, I think that was the bad one. I know we gotta probably do a throttle body and arms, and there's so much at the front of this thing that we need to replace. Okay, down here. Cam gear can go back in. Timing chain. Fine. The cover, on the other hand, is not good. Alright, so timing chain cover, water pump, throttle, serpentine belts, arm A. Just, now we own all those parts, they're brand new. Those are all the parts in question, basically, other than like the alternator, which we know was shot. Crankshaft, pulley, idler, roller, stuff like that, but... Now we don't question it, we just know this is good. And I might have a spare stock alternator. I do not. Wow. Weird. Oh, I had one, I sold it. I remember. So I was like, we don't need a stock crap around here. Yeah, famous last words. There. Crank pulley. Cran. Is that an overhead valve V8? Or V8? V8. Okay. It's weird. It's an overhead valve V8 engine, but it's got a standard V8 pulley on it. It's kind of hard. That would have probably been a more efficient way to do that. Alright, now, I know I have a few 100%ers. Not many, but I have a few. Hopefully it's enough. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. It's actually funny because I don't see roller. Oh, idler rollers. Okay, now they're there. I was gonna say I didn't see them, but I guess it makes sense. Radiator, we know we need. Go to rad. And I have no idea what fan set goes to this one. It's a B. Okay. It changes, so it's just easier to do it that way. Okay. Cool B. Washer. And those were bad. I know those are both bad because, you know, we spilled it. Alright. Engine-wise, other than the battery, I think we're okay. Yep, I don't see any fuses. Okay. So you need a left door, left window, left mirror, windshield, hood, whole front clip. Yeah, trunk. But let's see if there's anything under here we can salvage. So off to the suspension. Front knuckle D. Da-da-da-da. Cover. Probably gonna have to replace most of this anyways. Just grab this and this while we're here. Don't think we need a steering rack. I think we need a sway bar. We fixed the steering rack. That outside was really bad, so probably do some samey sames in the back, but for now we're working on the front. I'm smart. I run a spare rear sway bar, I guess. Cross member C. Bunch of rubbers. Just remember, we have to do this crap on the other side, too. Not replace the steering rack. Done now. Grab the outers. I didn't grab the inners. Oh, my bad. Pretty sure I grabbed the outers. Yeah, I did. It's technically the other ones are the 69s from the other side. Yeah. This in. Our suspension arm. Got an exhaust section we gotta replace too. Sway bar, end links. These were actually okay. I mean, technically. That I can't do yet. Alright, put the flywheel and stuff back in. Clutch. Wait. Bearing. Transmission. And a starter. Alright. 30. This in. Ah! Well, I'm going to use my x-ray vision here. Alright, rear axle housing A. What's this one? I need a lot of crap for this side, so... Really should do, what you call it? Ah, lost my thought of train. Shopping list, that's what I was looking for. That was the thought I was looking for. We should really use our shopping list for this rear suspension, but fine. Rear sway bar end length, rear suspension arm. I like how that just kind of floats there, too. Wheel hub 3, our favorite. Seems to be the only one we actually ever repaired. I didn't grab a second hub. That was my bad. Drive axle, brake disc, a few things. So, rear drive axle. Chat just popped back up. Thought somebody was freaking talking to me. Just got away. Break this. Oh boy. Don't know why I didn't buy a pair. Knew I was gonna need them. That tire can go back on. So now we need exhaust. Rear muffler A. Right? Said A. Yeah. Okay. And then I think the major one we gotta get right now is the wheels and tires for this side. And of course that front suspension, which I believe is A. Yeah. We need an A. Throw an A together. That's that, one I don't fix. What do you call it? Driver side. Drinker side. That's the side I was looking for. Drinker side. Yeah, looks like you need a couple rims. don't want to try to wheel balance anything right now. Alright. Tires and rims. Rim modern, 4, 20-inch. Okay. And I should only need the rims, so... Set at 20s. Pair of them. I think I can get away with just putting those back on garbage tires. Rebalance them and be good. If you say you want any surprises, so I'm not gonna replace the tires. No reason to. Didn't really say I had to anyways. You. Yeah, that'd be fine. The nicer of the two tires goes on the passenger side. Nice repair. It's gonna pull like hell, and it's gonna pull funny, but whatever. Shock absorber in. This way I don't forget these things. Let's go counterclockwise. Fine. Green, 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 green. Awesome. All right. Change the coolant and power steering fluid. Adjust headlights, wheels. Refill wash fluid. Oh boy. Alright, I think we can get it down to start working on body stuff. Alright. Bumper. Hood. Light. Light. Oops, not left windows. Right window, windshield, trunk, right fender, right door, right window, and I think that's a good start, at least. Get some of it back together. I know we'll need a mirror, but, you know, I didn't grab a mirror. I'm surprised it didn't blow out the other windows. Trunk, and it looks like the last item is the right taillight. Okay. Front and rear license plate and the rear bumper. Okay. So the rear bumper, I guess, is... Yeah, it's not there. Not there, man! Oh, he tore it off! There we go. There. Alright, 2 basic plates. Oh, they moved them. Again, not a part I should be playing with, but, you know, whatever. Control. Yeah, I doubt it. Alright. Move to test path. Ah, I forgot to put the battery in it. Crap. Okay. Mount the battery. Drain out the brake fluid. Gotta do fluid change. Fuck. No, it happened. I've got to go drag it back over and put an oil filter in it. I knew it was something I forgot. But I like building it on the stand. Physically see what's missing. Oh well, we'll get the rest of the fluids in it, and then we'll go through the oil. Now at least I can adjust the headlights and the wheels. I got a battery to turn the power steering on. Not that it works real well without the engine on it, but electric assist. Let's say. See, I couldn't just move the car forward like 3 feet and walk underneath it, right? That would be too easy. There we go. Now it should be fine. I actually think now once I drop the car, we can just set it, throw the oil in it, and move it. And I think I'm going to probably call it a stream at that point. We'll get this one done. Looks like it's about 3:30. Yeah. I think we did pretty good on our stream time today. That was all 100% before. All good. That's all good. Nice. What? Where? No. That was like a level of frustration in that freaking drill. Oh, we got another case too. Nice. Well, we'll open this case. See if we can get those other 300 experience points. That'd be nice. Scrap and a case. Okay. I'd like to get level 29 before the end of this, but I guess we're gonna have to hold off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a stream there, guys. You know the drill. Like, subscribes, comments, all that, yada yada yada. Thanks to Smiley for coming out and keeping me company today. Really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time, hopefully with maybe a new mod to look at. But I'm gonna grab this Bolt Trespasser real quick and just you know, do the wash and stuff. That's kind of my plan off camera. This is I believe it's the off-road version, basically. So I don't know if it's got a four-wheel drive system in it or not, but this one could be interesting if it does. But I'm gonna go just take a look at this, see if I can't scam a few more, you know, experience points. Looks like it's definitely rear-wheel drive, so. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm gonna go do that, run a few more experience points, maybe go throw my dog back in a box. But it was great seeing y'all today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Not entirely sure on the start time. I'm hoping to be starting around the same time. It really just kind of matters on how busy I get the night before on when I get up the next morning. So